are in the famous chess museum in Moscow, Gogolevsky boulevard 14. This is a fantastic set of chess exhibits. If you see the cup, it's a cup from the top level competitions. If you see the chess set, this is a chess set of the famous chess players or a very rare chess set. If you see a paint, this is a paint of famous historical events connected with chess. The death of Ivan the Terrible, this is a fact of Russian history. And the death of Ivan the Terrible over the chessboard, it's also the fact of the Russian history. He died in attempt to put the chess king on the board, but he dropped it. It is exactly the same table where Karpov and Kasparov were played their world championship match in 1984, 1985. The same chess clocks, the same papers, Soviet flags, books, a lot of artifacts, everything about the famous match, which was a symbol of the Soviet chess 30 years ago. We have a lot of prizes in our museum, but these two cups connected with women's chess are very interesting, because this is the first World Women's Championship Cup of Vera Menchik, which she won in 1927. And this is the latest Olympiad Chess Cup, which was won 3 times in a row by Russian women's chess team. This is a chess set of Tsar's children, and probably the future Emperor Nicholas I were playing with this chess set. It is first quarter of 19th century. This is the grandfather of all modern professional chess sets, the so-called Staunton chess set. This is one of the first sets from 1855. Since those times, all professional players prefer to play only with the Staunton pieces. This is maybe not only the most expensive, but the most rare set of our museum. North animals versus South animals. A lot of museums just want to have several pieces from it, but we have the whole set. The chess set from the Second World War. In blockaded Leningrad, people produced these pieces just with paper and ink to play in a very cruel circumstances. The very same chess set which was used in the chess match Space Earth, played in 1970 by Russian cosmonauts. Especially for the jubilee of the famous world champion Tigran Petrosyan, we were prepared this exhibition which indicates different stories of Petrosyan's life. You will see pictures from the tournaments where Petrosyan played. You can see a lot of books about Petrosyan, written by Petrosyan himself, and a lot of books where you can find Petrosyan games, because you know that the games what chess players left after themselves. The oldest piece in the museum from Ethiopia, this chessboard, is 400 years old. The famous chess set from Kholmogory, North Russia, from 18th century. This is the oldest chess set in our museum, and the oldest Russian chess set in our museum. It's very interesting to see that Russian pieces are different from Europeans, because you can see an elephant instead of a bishop, you can see a sheep instead of a rook, and you can see a vizier instead of the queen. This is chess sets from Gulag, a very sad page of Russian history. You can see the chess set prepared just from matches and paper by the engineer who died in the same year he produced this set, 1933. And this is a chess set prepared for lager chiefs, and this is chess set made of barbaret wire. You can see the wire here and the chess set not far from here. This is so-called Mao Zedong chess set, ivory, China, early 20th century. It was a gift from Mao Zedong to the Russian doctor Vasilenko, who saved him from a very unpleasant ill. But it's just a part of the story of this chess set. Do you want to know the whole story? Please be our guests